Have you just started a new survival world in the new 1.18 Minecraft update? Well, if so, I may have the perfect little starter base to get you going in your new survival world. So stick around for this tutorial and I will show you how to build this little house for yourself quick and easy within the first few hours of playing Minecraft. Without further ado, let's jump right in. First things first, let's look at the dimensions for the build. The grey and yellow blocks are marking out the stone foundation, and the white and blue in the middle is marking out the tower. Then come down to the front side of your build, which will be this here with the two blocks sticking out, and place some stone brick stairs on the two blocks like so. Then go round on top of the yellow and grey markers with a mixture of stone and stone bricks. Before we do any more of the base, we're going to build up this tower. So on top of the white and blue blocks, take a mixture of stone and stone bricks once again. This time we want to go 15 high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Do that all the way around, building up this tower. If you're building in survival, you're going to want to build up the stone and stone brick as you go up rather than texturing at the end. Moving up to the roof, you want to take a mixture of deep slate bricks and cobbled deep slate. In front of the top blocks, we're just going to do a block like so, going all the way around. Then another block on top of the stone. One block on top of the middle section there, then bring it back and go 2 high, 3 blocks along, and do that on each one of the sides. One in the centre of that again, with the same pattern as you did below. The next layer goes 2 high in the centre blocks, with the very centre going 2 high once again. Remembering if you're building in survival to mix in your cobbled deep slate as well. The final touches to this roof is taking spruce trapdoors and placing it underneath of the deep slate blocks at the top. Then take a spruce fence and place on the very centre block going all the way up, with the very top block having a 2 high fence. And you should have something now that looks like this. Turning your attention back down to the foundation, we're going to bring this up another layer but only in the left hand side here. So land beside where your stairs are, count 2 blocks back, and on this second block here, bring it up and all the way across until you meet with your tower. Then you can bring these across like so, all the way around. And remembering to mix in the stone and stone bricks if you are building in survival. We get to the other side and it meets up with the tower, just stop there as this will be 1 layer high as opposed to the 2 layer high on this side. Come back round to the front now and replace the 2 blocks here at the front with some stone stairs. Then fill in this entire area with your mixture of stone and stone bricks. Once that's all filled in, come down to the right hand side now and the 2 centre blocks here, break them away and replace with 2 stairs. Then do a 2x3 of stone coming out like so. And the rest of this area we're going to plant some crops, so we're just going to fill this whole entire area in with dirt first of all. Then around about the centre, break away a block and pour in some water. Mix in a few blocks here and there with some coarse dirt, just like so, does not matter where. Then place some grass on top of those coarse dirt blocks. For the rest of the dirt, take a hoe and hoe all of this dirt here. Then on top of that tilled soil, you can place in any crop you desire. Wheat, carrots, beetroot, potato, whatever one you prefer. I'm going to plant in some wheat seed and let that grow while we build the rest of this base. Crops have been planted, and to protect them from mobs and things, we're going to surround this in a little bit of a fence. So taking spruce fence gates and stone brick walls, we're going to do a little bit of a wall design going around, starting with a spruce fence gate on this left hand side, ending in a wall here, and this copies just all the way around, alternating between fence gates and walls. The next step now is to build a canopy over the top of this farm. So on this right hand side corner, we're going to bring a dark oak fence up by 2 blocks. Come to the left now on the second block in, place a stone brick wall with 4 dark oak fences on top. Then take a spruce slab and place in front of the fence. 1 on top with 1 beside. This time we're going to need to place a temporary block in as we're going to come across by 2 slabs once again. Then 2 slabs again like so. Then we're going to do 4 single slabs. So that's 1, 2, 3 and 4, just like that. That gives us a nice shape for this canopy. Come to the other side, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to place 2 dark oak fences on the corner. This one though, we're going to do 5 dark oak fences. Then the same shape as you've done before. Then we get to the top, we're just going to extend that one out so that it touches the dark oak fence. Then we can simply come in and connect these spruce slabs up, going all the way across to meet with ones at the other side. And once you've done that, we can take spruce trapdoors and go every second block. We can't place them on these ones though, as these are on the bottom half of the block. So we're just going to have to go for every second layer of these slabs. And you should be left with a canopy looking like this. Now let's move on to the actual house structure that's going to be right on the centre of this platform. As you can see, I've placed in some more markers as the dimensions for this house, so if you want to take a note of these, do so now. Then for the main structure, we're going to take a spruce log, and on the two end ones here and here, missing out this semicircle, we're going to bring these up by 7. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. The two end ones beside that go up by 3. Then round to the left hand side, the two ones at the end once again go up by 7 blocks. And then finally, the one last corner right here beside the tower, 7 blocks one more time. To fill in the walls, we're going to use a mixture of spruce planks and stripped spruce logs. I'm going to use all spruce planks just to show you the shape and things, and then texture after the fact. If you're doing a survival, once again, you'll probably want to do this as you go. But for the first wall here at the front, we're going to bring up these spruce planks by 2 blocks. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 on the sides. On the 5th one, bring that across. Then bring it across again. And then just the 3 in the middle for the final and very top section, so we have a large gap in the middle. Then on top of this semicircle, we're going to bring these blocks up by 2, and then fill in the little gap. So now I've textured using the stripped spruce logs to give you an idea of how it's going to look. What we want to do is come in and underneath of the 2 corners, place upside down spruce stairs, and down the side just a spruce trapdoor running down these 2 side sections to create a nice little doorway. At the very top, we're going to punch out this very centre block and place spruce trapdoors going around the sides. Then come on the inside and bring these 3 spruce planks back 1 more block. Bring dark oak planks up to cover this gap. Then place an upside down dark oak stair with a spruce door on the inside. Place a stained glass pane in that centre. I'm using green, but you can use any colour that you would like. For this balcony area, we're going to use temporary blocks on the edges, using a oak trapdoor going across. Break away the temporary blocks, then come on the inside and face outwards, placing your oak trapdoors to create a balcony that goes all the way around. Then to the right of that, we're going to bring this wall up by 7 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in line with your spruce logs, and bring those across until we meet up with the tower, and that way we can get all of the blocks in and replace what we need to with our stripped spruce logs as well. Bringing those final little walls up to meet with these spruce logs at the top, and this is going to be our doorway, our entrance into the base. But before we do that, we need to move around to the left hand side, and we have a little gap of spruce blocks to fill in there. This wall here is going to follow a similar pattern to that without this outcropping for the balcony, so I'm just going to bring this whole entire wall up to meet with the spruce logs. Then 1 layer above, it goes all the way across with 3 in the very centre above that, with the same block punched out for the window and the one below, filled in with your glass pane and surrounded by your spruce trapdoors. Now to give this side a little bit more detail, we're going to take dark oak fences and bring them up by 4 blocks on the 2 sides and in the very centre, connecting those up with dark oak fence gates. Above that, we're going to do 3 spruce slabs with a spruce trapdoor either side. Then we can take some flowering azalea leaves and regular azalea leaves, and we're just going to break away a couple of these to simulate that it is some kind of rose bush that is growing here in this garden section of the build. I think it just adds a little bit of much needed detail to this left hand side. We can as well bring the leaves down to make them look like they are draping and falling down the side. Now for the back, pretty simple, we're going to fill in this entire wall in line with our spruce logs. Then on this back wall, we're going to add a window, so count 2 blocks in from the left hand side. On the 3rd block, we're going to count another 2 down, so 1, 2 on the 3rd block there. We're going to punch away that with a 2 to the right hand side, 1 underneath, 2 to the right hand side again, with our green stained glass pane or whatever colour you used in the window. Then place 3 grass blocks underneath of the window, with 3 dark oak stairs underneath of those grass blocks, dark oak trapdoors surrounding them, with spruce trapdoors either side of the windows. And then we're going to do 3 dark oak signs at the very top. You can place whatever plants or flowers you want in this little planter. I'm going to do 2 berry bushes and a fern. Now one final detail to this back section, we're going to add in a chimney. So taking andesite and cobblestone, I'm going to use andesite first and texture later with the cobblestone. But beside this log here at this right hand side, we're going to take these blocks up by 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And behind that on top of the spruce, we're going to do 6 blocks high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to do 2 walls, And then we're going to do a campfire surrounded with spruce trapdoors at the very top. Come back down to the bottom where we're going to bring 3 up from the ground with 1 either side. We're going to do a wall either side of those, 3 walls in the middle and 3 walls at the 2 sides here and here. That gives us a pretty decent looking chimney. We just need to swap out some of these blocks for the cobblestone to give that more rustic and rundown feel. Now let's move on to the roofs, and pretty simple design for these. We're going to use a mixture of the deep slate brick stairs and the cobbled deep slate stairs. Again, if you're doing this in survival, mix as you go, but I'm just going to do it in 1 block for now. So come in and place an upside down stair on these logs and planks. Then we're going to place a regular facing stair on top of those. At the very centre, we're going to do upside down stair with a slab in the centre. Turn to the left, we do the exact same roof design. Come around to the back, we just do the exact same thing again. This time though, we just build it until we meet up with the side of our tower. And we're actually going to connect up the very bottom sections of these roofs with the deep slate. For the small little entranceway, we're going to do something a little bit different. So we're going to do a stair right there and right there. Then we're going to do a slab behind the stair with a slab above. A slab joining there with a slab on top again, and then join the slab all the way back to the wall, and then as well keep the deep slate going along the sides here and here. For the tops of the roofs, we're actually going to extend these deep slate slabs all the way until they meet up with each other and the very centre, and then extend it all the way across until it meets up with our tower. Then fill in the gaps using some dark oak stairs, so just on top like this, following along with the line that the deep slate stairs have already made. You should be able to fill in this entire section with the dark oak. With the roof in place, the build is actually almost complete, so with a few finishing touches. First of all, come down to the entranceway and place a upside down spruce stair with a spruce door on the inside, and that's going to be how we get in and out of our base. Then come up to the tower, count down 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3, then break away 3 blocks and replace the gap with spruce fences. Do that on the sides and on the front, so 1, 2, and then break away the 3, and 1 more time. At the very bottom, we want a spruce trapdoor, a spruce fence gate on the top, a campfire above, and then extinguish that with a shovel. Do that again for each one of these little windows. Then as another exterior detail, what I'm going to do is make this platform look a little bit more natural. So we can take some stairs, slabs and things and just break away some of the blocks and replace them with a stair. Make it look like it is pieces of the brick has broken away, maybe a slab here and there as well. Something like that, just making a bit of a more natural looking design. We're going to put some stone walls here as well. Once again, they don't need to be in any order or anything, but something like that to make it look a lot more interesting. And finally, adding some mossy stone bricks to the very bottom sections to make it look like moisture has gathered. So there we can see it makes a massive difference having parts of this base platform broken up with the stairs and slabs and adding in the little bits of moss. Coming around the back, I've done something similar around here, adding in a few more leaves and things to make it look a little bit more overgrown around the back, and I think it makes all of the difference. So I've also done an interior so we can take a walk through and look at how we might set this up to be a survival base. So as we come through the front door, I've tried to make this base both functional as a survival base, but also make it look good so you can show off to your friends. We're greeted in the entranceway at the base of the tower with an enchanting room, an essential tool for a survival base, and I think it looks pretty cool. It's a perfect size for this enchanting room. As you can see, I've just put a bit of decoration with some walls and stairs leading up to the rest of the house, a little painting on the wall here, and I think it turned out pretty nice. As we walk up the stairs, we can see the window that we added to the back. To the left hand side, we have an entranceway to a kitchen dining area. We have a little seat here with some trapdoors and stairs as chairs. We have some berries and cups and things on this little breakfast bar table with a painting above. Turning around to the kitchen, again I tried to make this functional, so the floor is made out of furnaces so you can actually smelt your items if you're playing in survival, with a few smokers here at the front looking like the actual oven of this kitchen. We have barrels and things that could be used for storage but also work well as little cupboards for our kitchen. We have a cauldron for a sink, a little banner as a hand towel, and our iron blocks and iron door as a fridge. Turning outside now, we can go out to the balcony, nothing out here, but we do have a great view. Back inside now and let's head up the stairs. narrow stairway leading upstairs, and we have a window to the side. This is just going to be our storage room. You could have these chests lined up against this wall in a more organised manner if you wanted to find your items a little bit easier, but I thought this looked cool as just a bit of a messy storage attic that people just throwing their barrels and chests around. But everything you will need: crafting benches and grindstones, as well as enough storage for a little survival house. The final room we're going to go through is the bedroom here, and again, nothing too fancy as the space is quite small. We have our bed, we have our ender chest, some more storage, we have somewhere to sit and read and plan out what we're going to do for the next day, and a nice little place to rest our head after building up this nice little home. And there you go, you have your very own awesome looking little starter base full of detail and functionality for your new 1.18 survival worlds. If you like the build and if you like the video, be sure to go down and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more, and I want to thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, bye bye.